everyone! And today I am back with another video. I hope the audio is okay because it kind of echoes in here. So I hope the audio is okay. If not, I'm sorry, but I recently moved, so I don't have a lot of furniture in this room, so it sounds a little bit echoey. That's the same reason why my background kind of looks boring, except for this little collage I made. But yeah, let's get into the video. So today I wanted to talk about another book haul of mine because I've been getting quite a bit of books because I've moved and I don't have access to my physical TBR that I have. So I've been buying new books to read and I'm almost fully through them. Not completely, but almost. I'm reading 2 books and those are the last 2 books that I currently have, so but there are books on their way, and that's what this is about, which is my book haul, especially kind of fall themed, so I hope you guys enjoy. I will be dividing this video up in 2 parts. So the first part is going to be books that are on the way or books that I have not read, have not started yet, and it's gonna be spoiler free. It's just gonna be overall like what the books are about, basically. So an overall, this is what the book's about, but no rating because I haven't read them. Second half of the video will have spoilers, and I will put like a little screen on the screen when we're moving into the second section of the video. So let's get into this. Also, little disclaimer before I do get further into the video, and that is that the amount of books that I have purchased, I have only purchased because I currently did move, and on top of that, I purchased a lot of these at indie bookstores that I usually don't get to visit a lot. One of them was at the Ren Fair, and they don't have a bookstore near me. And besides that, I also am in the place to be doing this. Support your local bookstores, support your local libraries, but do not ever feel pressured to get more books than you actually can and want and are able to own. So that's a little disclaimer beforehand. So let's get into the first part of the video, aka books I haven't read, books that are on the way. The first book I'm going to be talking about is Nobody in Particular, and Nobody in Particular is a YA romance. This was kind of an impulse purchase of mine while I was out with friends and we were going to a cafe and then we were going to a bookstore afterwards. You guys know how it goes. You enter that bookstore and you're not leaving without a book. Well, most of the times I do leave without a book, but in this occasion I did actually leave with a book. This is a sapphic young adult novel about an American girl who gets into this boarding school in somewhere in the United Kingdom. And she starts falling for the crown princess. People are really excited about this book, and as you can see, I did start it, but I will not be saying anything regarding spoilers. Mainly because I did write the script for this video when I was not started yet, so my thoughts will be mine alone. And probably my Twitters. Because I do ramble about the books I read on there a lot. If you guys would be interested in seeing actual reading vlogs of mine, I would be totally open to doing that. It's just that I'm not doing that currently with this book, so. But hopefully I'll end up giving it like a good star rating, I hope. The second book I want to talk about is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This has been on my TBR for a while because it seems like the perfect fall book. It is fall still, and I thought, I really want to read it. But the perfect opportunity actually arose for me to read it because one of my Twitter mutuals, Fawn, actually asked to buddy read with me, and I was like, that's amazing, I would love to buddy read with you, so we will be buddy reading this book. Everything that you need to know about this book is that it's a found family where the female lead finds more than just an opportunity to escape her old life. She gets asked to help out at this house and help these children control their magic, and there's also apparently a cute librarian. I'm sold. This is one of the 2 buddy reads I'll be doing in November, and I'm really excited for it because it's gonna be my first time buddy reading ever, because I did try to buddy read Pride and Prejudice but do not have that book right now, so I can't continue or finish the buddy read. So yeah, I've heard such good things about this book, and more recently also negative things about this book, so now I'm extra curious to see what it's like. So yeah. Then we go on to book number 3 and my second buddy read purchase. This time I'm buddy reading with Hijab, another one of my Twitter mutuals, and I will be reading Pumpkin Spice and Poltergeist. Don't know if I pronounced that right. Squint a little bit with that, okay? Act like I pronounced that 100% correctly. But it's a cozy sapphic paranormal romance rom-com. It's really cute. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm really excited because it's about a witch who accidentally conjures up her ex-ghosts, and then that ex decides to haunt her until she finds someone new. Enter stage left, new girl in town, and new girl in town is discovering that this town might be more paranormal than she thought. Will their relationship make it? We will never know. Well, I will know in about a month. I'm really, really excited about it. Yeah, I think it'll fit the season perfectly. I've been eating up all types of fall reads, from like paranormal to a lot of fantasy to a lot of cozy. I'm having a grand old fall time. Then the last book, the 4th book that I ordered, I know it's bad, is Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. And this book has been on my TBR for forever as well. And it's been on my TBR forever because a lot of people compare it kind of to Legends and Lattes, and I gave that book 5 stars. I really loved it. But cozy fantasy still can be sometimes a miss for me, which you'll see later on in the video. But Can't Spell Treason Without Tea was actually the gift to myself that I gave for passing my philosophy exam. So I'm really happy with that. I'm really proud of myself for passing, and I think it's so important to treat yourself and celebrate like small or big wins. And yeah, I don't really have exam season as most people do because I do a different type of schooling, but when I do have an exam, I do tend to treat myself afterwards, even if it's just I'm getting myself a yummy coffee somewhere at a cafe, or I don't know. It's just important to treat yourself. Treat yourself. To take this as a shine. Get that sweet treat. Get that book you've been wanting. Sweet treat. You deserve it. But Can't Spell Treason Without Tea is about a sapphic cozy fantasy, and it's a series. So that's fun, because if I like this one, there's more for me to consume. But it's got her comfort, apparently, which is scary but also really fun. A dash of tea, some underlying plot going on, but it's basically about 2 women opening up a tea shop together to settle for a quiet life after a life of busyness, busy fighting. I don't know exactly. I'm going off of the back of the book only, so bear with me. Anyways, I'm really excited to finally read this when it comes in, and yeah. I hope I am getting the version that I'm hoping for, because there's two, I'll put them up. This is the version I want, this is the version I want, and this is the version I don't want. So we hope I get this one. I will update here because I'll probably, before uploading this video, have gotten it in the mail. So I'll update here if I got the one I wanted. All right, we are moving on to the second part of the video, aka this part that is going to contain books I read, ratings, spoilers, mini reviews, all of that stuff. So if you don't want any of that, click off. You can click off, that's fine. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I hope you have a nice rest of your day. For the people who are staying, let's get into it. I'm excited. First, we're starting off strong. In the wrong way. First, I want to talk about Till Death Do Us Part, because I don't like talking too negatively about books, so I'm gonna get this one out of the way. Till Death Do Us Part is basically a D&D-esque setting where a barbarian grump named Logan needs to rescue his disappearing sunshine husband named Pi, who is currently on a quest for like a power-hungry king. And that sounds right up my alley. I love D&D settings. I love Grumpy X Sunshine. I love quests. It sounded right up my alley, and that's also why I got it, because I was so excited for it, and then it immediately disappointed me. Because of the fact that continuously throughout the like 140 pages I read, the Countess, which was one of the companions, started being really disgusting. As in being sexually provocative towards Logan when Logan had shown no interest in it, and basically being really weird and like, flirting is the wrong word. It was creepy. She was being creepy towards Logan, touching him without permission, etc. I hated it. And it's not acknowledged as a bad thing. It's brushed off. And I don't like that at all. So I was really disgusted. And I was trying to get myself to see through it and be like, okay, maybe I can just write a review afterwards that I really didn't appreciate this part of the book. But then the other main side character that was also on the quest, Ophelia, had finally a conversation with Logan about their past and about how she died, because she's a ghost and she's Logan's ex-wife. And she said that it was his fault that she died, even though she died at the hands of a completely separate, abusive man. Yeah, I hated it. I really disliked it because there were so many interesting character flaws to be discussed for both Ophelia and Logan, and their relationship dynamic as a whole, like the ex-wife part. Such a cool concept. You could do so many things with that. Blaming him for the death of her was completely unnecessary to have an interesting character arc, in my opinion, nor was it justified. So I hated it, and I ended up DNFing it right after that conversation, because I was already putting myself through one side character I hated, not two. No, I'm not doing that. So I did end up DNFing it. Now, I'm exposing myself as an Omegaverse reader here, so bear with me. No, I've been a long-term fan of Ali Hazelwood. She is one of the straight romance authors I will actually read without any questions asked. Her books are almost always automatic purchases for me when I do see that a new one's out, and I usually eat them up. And this was no exception. The secondary novel, the companion novel, I think it's called, to Bride, her first, like, paranormal, like, first romance, basically it's a mix of rom-com with a megaverse, but with also like, so a mix between all those, and then also it's just such a strong book regardless of those elements. It's just, the chemistry's there, it's fun writing wise, plot wise, it's always hits. Because one thing that Ida Hazelwood will do is get you hooked on her romance writing, but she does not at all skimp out on having good actual plot happening, which I appreciate so much. It keeps me so invested. I am like, we could have several scenes where we're only plot focused and not on the romance, and I will not be annoyed at all. I'll be so interested because the plot is just good. And I sometimes miss that in certain romance books, so I really appreciate how well she did it. So in the end, I did give this 5 stars, and I honestly, I consumed this within 24 hours, and it's like a 445 or something page book. I don't know how I did that. To be fair, I really enjoyed every single page, so I would go back and do it again. Then, going from a really low and really high to a very meh. This is Rewitched, and this is a very lukewarm book. I ended up giving this 3 stars. I'll give you the rating up front. It's about a witch named Belladonna who needs to re-find her magic and go through like magical trials, but not trials as in big things. It's kind of low-key. She's getting tutored and needs to pass like exams kind of. She uncovers more than she would find within her magic and this witchy storyline. To be fair, this book was what it said. It is cozy. It is fall. As you can see, it's very fall themed. It takes place on the month of October. It is all of that. It does feel like a hot cup of tea, you know? But it wasn't anything else. It lacked any sense of personality in a way. It was so lukewarm. The chemistry between Bella and the love interest also was just non-existent. I did not root for them. It says it's a slow burn, but to be fair, there's nothing to burn. It's empty. It's the most wet season of all because nothing will burn there, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know if I'll cut that out. Anyways, so the romance was very lackluster, and even the main plot with her finding out her magic and her refinding that and discovering all this dark shit that was happening within the magical academy, not academy, it's not really an academy, like the magical political powerhouse. Is that how I would, yeah, sure. But it seemed that with 400 pages, so the last book I fully read was Ladies' Night. I actually read this first, but I thought I would end off with a new favorite. I even did a photo shoot with this book because I decided it deserved that. It deserved it. It deserved to be perceived on my social media because it's so good. This was a 5-star, but if I could give it 6 stars, I would. And this book is thick. This book is, I think, let me check it for you. It's over 500 pages. It's thicker. It's probably the thickest book I've read this year, which might not say a lot for a lot of fantasy readers, but for me, it means a lot. So yeah, it means a lot that this became not only a good read, a 5-star read, but also a new favorite of mine that I probably will reread next year because, oh, is it fun? How do I even start? The book was just so good. It had compelling characters, interesting world building, charming jokes, gorgeously written romance. It has it all. It's so good. The book is basically about a blacksmith's daughter named Gwen that longs to be a knight really badly. And then we have a princess named Isabel who's currently been kind of given up her hand in marriage, has been giving up in the new knight competition as like part of the prize pool. And she doesn't like this, and she decides to start scheming with Gwen. And they scheme, and Gwen basically goes through this competition for her. And besides that, there's really interesting other plot as well with finding yourself, how to stand up for yourself in a society that doesn't allow women to do a whole lot, finding your own bravery. I think it was really, 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 really well done within the bounds of still being medieval, but within getting our now concepts of how we feel and how these girls act. And also, in a way, I think it's really fun that certain concepts, like never hast thou ever, were introduced. It's just so fun, it's so creative. That I think is the main part of why I loved this book so much. It was creative. It was creative in its plot, it was creative in its character writing, it was creative in the silly bits of it, the side characters. It's really, 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 really good. So they form a plan. I was explaining the plot. So they form a plan, and basically, to both get what they want. Isabel wants her freedom, does not want to be married off to some random dude. And for Gwen, it's a chance to prove herself, to be the brave knight that she's always wanted to be. So this book honestly has more than you could ever want, and I will recommend it. Just point blank. If you like fantasy at all, read this. If you like sapphics at all, read this. Honestly, if you like books with compelling arcs, read it. It's so good. It genuinely is really good. I really, really enjoyed this. So, lastly, but not least, the book that I was currently reading, but I have since finished. It is the first book I've written a proper review of in a while. And the review is out on my Storygraph, but it's also can be found on my Twitter. So in case you are curious about my full opinions on this, it's there. But this is Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And while writing the script, I didn't have my verdict, so this will be off script, so bear with me. But this book is about two girls falling in love with them being in alternate universes, one having magic, one having D&D. Basically our universe. And when I wrote the script, I said it was surprisingly good, and that's because I came off of Rewitched as a cozy fantasy, and I didn't really enjoy Rewitched, and I was kind of nervous that maybe I had overestimated how much I loved reading cozy fantasy, and that maybe Blanche Lattes was just why I really loved it. Luckily, I was completely wrong, and this blew my mind. It's not without faults. It has some faults. The character arcs are sometimes a bit messy, world building a little crooked, but it has so much charm. And the character decisions do make a lot of sense because they're young adults, they're teenagers. And the romance, I was giggling. I loved them. They are so cute, and the mistakes they make are so genuine, still in their love and care for each other. I really, really, really liked that. On top of that, I just really liked the world building as well. I liked how the magical universe was set up in comparison to our universe. Also, I found it really relatable how Brenda the girl who's basically from our universe, looks upon finding out about magic and then instantly just goes instinct and starts using it. It was very relatable. As a D&D player, if I was thrown into another world and a monster came at me, I would also probably try lightning strike. Okay, but that's the last book I wanted to discuss. All right, that concludes every book that I've hauled in the past 3 months, because this has been over the past 3 months. Don't worry about me. I did not buy these all in 1 week. And I have read more than half of these already. But yes, I hope you guys really enjoyed. I loved making this video. I, for the first time since my first video, actually made a script. I'm gonna edit this down more than I usually do, so hopefully keep people's attention more. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out, and I'm just really happy to be back to making videos again. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!